The Award at 50 podcast. I'm Craig McCulloch in beautiful downtown Vancouver. Cole Harbour's over my shoulder, even though I don't see too much coal down there anymore. With the former Premier of British Columbia, current president of the Jim Pattison Group, but most importantly, Bronze Award recipient, Glen Clark. Thank you.
My pleasure.
The first question I have is how and why did you get your Bronze Award?
Well, I was in the Venturers in East Vancouver, and that would have been about just a bit over 40 years ago. And we fulfilled the requirements, but most importantly, we tried several times to do these very long camping hikes by myself and or with another guy or another couple of guys, and we had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember anything about those camping trips?
Sure, I do. One of them, we did the Baden-Powell Trail here on Grouse Mountain. We actually got lost, and I had to come down the cut, which apparently is quite dangerous. It was dangerous, actually. So that one we didn't succeed. And then we did a different hike, and it was actually very tough. Actually, it was really character building because you the Queen's Venture Award and the Duke of Edinburgh Award in those days. These aren't for the faint of heart. They weren't just little walks. We had to do miles and miles or kilometers and kilometers of hikes and spend the night outside. And in tough conditions sometimes, and make your way through by with no senior adult guidance. Mm-hmm. And there were lots of fun though, lots of fun.
Kind of prepared you maybe for life and things that happen down the road?
Absolutely. No, I think I was privileged enough to have a venture leader, and before that, Boy Scout leader who really was a super guy. He wasn't so much into the rules. Some of the Boy Scout adventurers were pretty almost paramilitary, but we were much more laid back in East Vancouver. But what we did was a ton of camping and hiking and survival training and really, really enjoyed it a lot, and spent a lot of time on it, and a lot of camaraderie, and it really built character.
Any advice to young people who are looking and going, well, Glen Clark did the award. Maybe I should. Any advice to them?
Yeah, I think it's worth doing, because anytime you challenge yourself, it seems to me, and succeed, or don't succeed, frankly, anytime you challenge yourself, I think you make yourself a better person. Particularly physically and mentally, and so for young people today, I see them looking at they're on their iPhones, or they're doing the technology, and this is different. This is really testing yourself in a way which I think young people today could really benefit from, and perseverance is so important in life, and this teaches you perseverance and character building,
and also surrounding yourself with good people.
It does, because as I said, you don't do it by yourself. You need other people, and it's a lot of work. Just creating especially if you're off the beaten track like we were, and you get and we didn't have tents. A lot of times we would build our own shelters. We were out there. We make our own fire, and so we really. I watch that show on TV now. The survival show on TV, and I think, what, we did some of that stuff, and it was great.
Any advice to leaders?
Yeah, my personal view on the movement, if I can use the Venturers movement or otherwise, is to have less emphasis on the rules and more on the experience. Because I think I really benefited by having an enlightened leader that, I came from a tough part of town. All the people in the group were pretty tough. And, we wouldn't have stuck around if it was just, saluting and marching kind of things. So what he did was he emphasized camping, resiliency, perseverance, hiking, survival in the woods, back to nature, stuff that when an urban guy living in East Vancouver in a tough part of town was really eye-opening to me and really wonderful experience. So my advice to leaders is to try to emphasize those kinds of characters and not the sometimes more traditional side.
Glen, thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Nice to be here.